She is joined tonight by CJ and Shanika Carver, her brother Noah, and Luna Blanco. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Chastity Battle. She is joined by Stephen and Stacy Battle, her sisters Charmaine, Chloe, and Kiera, her aunt Stephanie Barnes, nephew Cash Alston, and Jace Wilkerson. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Jenna Rivera. She is joined by Giovanni and Amy Rivera, and brother Isaiah and sister Lacey. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Courtney Lancaster. She is joined by Donald and Aaliyah Deal, sister Haley, Grandma Bonnie Strickland, and Poppy Dennis Strickland. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Hayden Bruce. She is joined by Joshua and Tiffany Bartley, sisters Lacey, Ricky, and Addison, niece Alani, and nephew Ace. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Emery Gibson. She is joined by her mom, Suzette Gibson, sisters Michaela and Brooklyn, and brother Noah. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Marbella Delgado Baker. She is joined by her mom, Yolanda Baker, father, Francisco Cordova, and brother, Jordan Baker. Our first senior football player is number 1, Israel Whitaker. He is joined by his mother, Amanda Whitaker, grandma, Peggy Bowden, granddad, David Bowden, brother, Derek Carter, brother, Dylan Carter, and brother, TJ Whitaker. Up next is number 2, Jonathan Hines. He is joined by his mother, Connie Hines, brother, Jason Hines, and brother, Masick Hines. Our next senior football player is number 4, Kawan Caudle. Kawan is joined by his mother, Judy Marshburn, brother, Kahari Caudle, brother, Orlando Austin, sister, Shay Austin, and stepdad, Shelton Harris. Up next is number 5, Danny Dunstan. Danny is joined tonight by his grandmother, Linda Dunstan, and his sister, Anaya Dunstan. Our next senior football player is number 7, Christian Tyler. Christian is joined by his mother, Tiffany Branch, his father, Timothy Branch, sister, Deja Tyler, brother, Mason Jackson, and brother, Quentin Tyler. Up next, we have number 8, Zuriel Curtis. Zuriel is joined by his mother, Jennifer Curtis, father, Chris Curtis, brother, Zaire Curtis, brother, Javad Curtis, and brother Zion Curtis. Our next senior football player is number 11, Davon Richardson. Davon is joined by his mother, Tina Richardson, father, Howard Richardson, sister, Sayana Richardson, and sister, Yasmin Richardson. Up next, we have number 12, Tyleek Mitchell. Tyleek is joined by his mother, Danielle Mitchell, his father, Travis Battle, his grandma, Karen Battle, his aunt, Ayana Battle, and brother, Zayden Mitchell. Our next senior football player, number 14, Aaron Horn. Aaron is joined tonight by his mother, Sonia Horn, grandpa, Jimmy Ellis, and brother, Justin Braswell. Our next senior football player is Dion Artis. Dion is joined tonight by his mother, Chantel Crowder. Our next senior football player is number 22, Damani Nantumbo, joined by his mother, Latasha Moore, his aunt, Maria Gorham, his auntie, Ivory Gallant, and brother, Zion Nantambu. Up next, we have number 54, AJ Garcia. AJ is joined tonight by his mother, Bridget Stone, father, Emmanuel Garcia, grandmother, Dolores Soto, and cousin, Carla Garcia. Our next senior football player is number 55, Kiaje Mitchell. Kiaje is joined by his mother, Candace Mitchell, father, Maurice Mitchell, sister, Trinity Mitchell, and brother, Davion Mitchell. Up next, we have number 58, Zaquez Macklin. Zaquez is joined tonight by his mother, Sierra Richardson, father, Quentin Macklin, grandmother, Jackie Richardson. Our next senior football player is number 62, Ashton Batten. Ashton is joined tonight by his mother, Jessica Norris, stepmother, Missy Batten, father, Stephen Batten, sister, Michaela Foster, brother, DeRay Lynch, stepfather, Brandon Powell, and sister, McKenna Batten. Our next senior football player is number 63, Chris Harris. Chris is joined tonight by his mother, Heather Perry, dad, Jerome Gordon, sister, Amaya Harris. Up next, we have number 65, Josh Thompson. Josh is joined tonight by his mother, Tamika Richardson, brother, Donovan Thompson, his aunt, Tasha Richardson, and grandfather, Alton Richardson. Our next senior football player is number 70, Riley Horn. Riley is joined tonight by his father, Jason Horn, stepmom, Amanda Horn, sister, Emma Horn, his mother, Kimberly Langus, and stepdad, Sean Langus. Up next, we have number 71, Leo Roblero. Leo is joined tonight by his mother, Yolanda Baines. Up next, we have number 81, Noah Mills. Noah is joined tonight by his mother, Sierra Alexander, grandma, Clementine Body, and brother, Tyree Mills, and brother, Marco Mills. Up next, we have number 86, Alex Rodriguez. Alex is joined tonight by his mother, Maria Knowles, father, Manuel Rodriguez. Our next and final senior football player is number 88, Brandon Hill. Brandon is joined tonight by his mother, Crystal Hill, father, Brandon Hill, sister, Allie Hill, and brother, Nathan Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our mascot, our senior cheerleaders, and our senior football players a very well-deserved round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please direct your attention to the 50-yard line where Southern Nash Assistant Athletic Director Chris Pace is on the field. And he is joined tonight on the field by Miss Christy Baker, Mr. Bryson Rackley, and Miss Lily Day. The game day sponsor for tonight's game is Dan Baker Professional Lawn Care. Dan has been a longtime supporter of Southern Nash Athletics. Both of his sons came through Southern Nash and were multi-sport athletes. We'd like to thank Dan for his sponsorship of tonight's game, and Chris is going to present a game ball and t-shirts to Christy, Bryson, and Lily. Make sure to see Dan Baker for all of your professional lawn care and lawn maintenance needs. Thank you so much to Dan Baker, Professional Lawn Care, and thank you to Christy, Bryson, and Lily for being here tonight. Let's give them a round of applause as well. Thank you. glorious Agriculture Appreciation Night. We'd like to thank our FFA instructors and students for all that they do for our school. Tonight we are celebrating agriculture and the positive effects that it brings to North Carolina and its economy and the benefits it provides to the citizens of North Carolina. Just some facts as far as agriculture goes. Did you know agriculture is North Carolina's #1 industry, contributing more than $100 billion annually to our state's economy? Nash County is one of the strongest agriculture economies in our state and contributes more than 125,000 acres of Nash County is devoted to farmland, contributing nearly $200 million to North Carolina's economy. North Carolina is a leading national producer in tobacco, sweet potatoes, hogs, poultry, and Christmas trees. North Carolina has over 46,000 farms with an average farm size of 180 acres. North Carolina agriculture exported $4.1 billion in agricultural products with key markets including China, Japan, Mexico, and Canada. Nash County has over 258 agricultural districts, including 62 enhanced districts and 196 traditional districts. 75% of the potatoes grown in North Carolina are processed into potato chips. Did you know? Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please direct your attention to midfield as the Southern Nash Marching Firebirds are entering the field. Tonight's colors are being presented by our FFA officers. The North Carolina flag is being presented by Miss Brodie Colbert. The American flag is being presented by Miss Raylan Eifeld. And the FFA flag is being presented by Mr. Hadley Pridgeon. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would please rise and remove all headwear as we will prepare for the playing of our national anthem by the Southern Nash Marching Firebirds. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the officials for tonight's game, the referee will be Mr. Rob Weatherford. The umpire will be Mr. John Hayes Jr. The linesman will be Mr. Rod Ramsey. The line judge will be Mr. Howard Handorf. And the back judge will be Mr. Clee Atkinson.
And good evening and welcome to Stanhope tonight in the Bird's Nest. Here's the Firebirds. Welcome to Gryphons of Rocky Mount Senior High. A little pregame activities. Hope you were able to join us for senior night as all of the seniors, both for the cheerleaders and the football team as well as the mascot, were recognized before the game. A little quick rundown here as we wait for the opening coin toss and the teams warm up. We'll give a little recap of the stats. As far as Rocky Mount, they come into the game tonight at 4-3 overall, 3-0 in the conference. They are led by quarterback Alex Beasley, who is 5 of 31 for 175 yards and has two touchdowns. His longest is 55 yards and has a QB rating of 32.5. Led in rushing by a crew of running backs, with Tavoris Parker coming in on the year with 380 yards on 46 carries and 6 touchdowns, as well as Kohorian Mitchell with 419 yards on 45 carries and 3 touchdowns. And leading the way, also, don't want to leave out Isaiah Silver, who has 342 yards and 49 rushes with 6 touchdowns. And leading the way for the Gryphons is Tyleek Harrell with 519 yards rushing on 95 carries and 5 touchdowns. In receiving, they have 4 receivers only with 1 catch apiece and 1 touchdown thrown on the season. And they are led in tackles by Emily Jones with 39, as well as Amarian Dance also with 39. And leading the way overall is Jack McKellar with 53 total tackles on the season. And leading the way in sacks is Micaias Lee Jones with 7, as well as Amarian Dance also with 7. For the Firebirds, running the offense is the sophomore Isaiah Battle, who comes in 9 of 18 on the night or on the season with 106 yards and 5 touchdowns, 1 interception with a QB rating of 98.6. Firebird rushing leaders include Jonathan Hines with 202 yards on the season, Jaden Hartsfield, the sophomore, with 454 yards on the season, Luke Faulkner with 274 yards on the season, and, of course, led by senior Tyleek Mitchell with 1,542 rushing yards, averaging 22.3 a game and 18 rushing touchdowns on the season. Right behind him is Jaden Hartsfield with 10 touchdowns. For receiving for the Firebirds, Tyleek Mitchell also leads the way there with 5 catches for 74 yards and 2 touchdowns. And in all-purpose yards, of course, Tyleek Mitchell with 1,806, averaging 258 per game. And that's an all-purpose yardage. Tackle leaders, Devon Richardson with 85 total tackles. That's 28 solo, 57 assists. Luke Faulkner with 76 total tackles, 31 solo, 45 assists. Devon with 10 tackles for loss, and Luke with 12 tackles for loss. And in the sack category, Luke Faulkner leads the way with 3. Should be a great game tonight. Both teams come in undefeated in the conference. This is a battle for first place in the Big East 3A division. Of course, Rocky Mount at 3-0, Southern Nash at 3-0. Southern Nash overall 7-0. And, of course, waiting in the wings for next week, the other undefeated overall team, Northern Nash, who is playing cross-county tonight against, I believe they are against Franklinton this evening. So with that, the coin toss has happened. So Rocky Mount does win the coin toss and elects to receive, which is pretty the way it would have turned out for Southern Nash. They usually defer. Of course, the team captains tonight for the Firebirds, number 5, Danny Dunstan. Number 58, Zaquez Macklin. Number 63, Chris Harris. And number 88, Brandon Hill. And we're just about ready to get things underway as once again it's Southern Nash hosting Rocky Mount here in Stanhope live at the Bird's Nest. This is the Tar River Sports Network. Tonight's game brought to you by Vandermark Side Farms. This is Brent Cone flying solo tonight. Kenneth flies on vacation, so you get me and me by myself. And this is Firebird Friday Night Lights. And Southern Nash burst onto the scene, fired up for tonight's game against cross-county rival Rocky Mount Senior High Gryphons. Always a great game between these two teams. And tonight a little extra something to it as they're both 3-0 and vying for first place in the Big East Conference. A lot up for grabs for Southern Nash as they try to maintain that undefeated season and move towards a possible home playoff berth. They can hold one of the top rankings in the East. And a little commotion on the stands as it's Agriculture Appreciation Night tonight, and they're firing off T-shirt guns and confetti cannons as we get ready to get things started. So it looks like Rocky Mount did defer. That information we received was incorrect. Rocky Mount won the coin toss and did defer to the second half. So Tyleek Mitchell and Cam Lyons back deep for the Firebirds to receive the open kickoff. It's a squib kick up the middle. It's fielded by, I believe that's Danny Dunstan. Check that, Jonathan Hines with a nice return out to the 35. And Southern Nash takes over behind sophomore quarterback Isaiah Battle, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line here in the first offensive set tonight for the Firebirds. And immediately a whistle is blown, and there's a false start called against the Firebirds. Not the way Coach Batchelor wanted to start tonight's game with the flag flying. And that'll back the Firebirds up by 5. It's now 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line. And a quick pitch to Mitchell, who will look around the right end, pick up a couple. And looks like they're going to give him 3 on the spot, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Firebirds. This time it's Faulkner in motion. He takes the handoff, cuts back to the left side. Not going to find a lot of running room. May have picked up a yard or so. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 for Southern Nash. So Rocky Mount defense has done a great job so far this year. Of course, Rocky Mount historically known for their defensive sets and holding opponents to very low points and standing pretty firm here against the Firebirds to start the game. Mitchell finds the opening on the right side, cuts back to the middle. One man to catch him, wraps him up around their waist, but not before he crosses the 45, and enough yardage to reach the line to gain, and a Southern Nash first down with 10:37 remaining in the first quarter. So again, it's Faulkner with a handoff up the middle off the right guard. He's across midfield out to about the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 5 for the Firebirds. And a pitch to Jaden Hartsfield. Will pick up a couple. They're going to spot him down at about the 47. It's going to bring up third down and 3 now for the Firebirds. And Faulkner will take it up the middle. He'll battle his way across the 45. The extra effort gets him close and beyond the line to gain, and it's another Southern Nash first down.
That's a 4-yard gain and another Southern Nash first down.
As it looked like Faulkner was caught behind the line of scrimmage, but able with the strength of his legs to fight his way into first down territory. First and 10 now for the Firebirds as they seem to be moving the ball. And Mitchell, who'll cut it back in the middle, finds room to run. He breaks away. Tyleek Mitchell won't be caught. Mitchell into the end zone with 8:56 remaining in the first quarter. And touchdown Firebirds as they take the 6-0 lead early against the Gryphons. Mitchell, not known for the season on finding ways up the middle, loves to come off the edge and finds a gaping hole behind that developing a Southern Nash offensive line and takes it to the house. Braden Wells on for the extra point attempt. And looks like it may have been partially blocked, but it's no good. So the score remains Southern Nash 6, Rocky Mount 0. Once again, this is the serving Central and Eastern North Carolina. Their mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and side products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 types of natural grass. Call Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for all of your natural grass needs. And, of course, our scoreboard sponsored weekly by Baker Professional Construction. And Southern Nash, who for last week gave up the first score, is able to draw first blood and go up 6-0 on the Gryphons here at home. Last home game of the season, regular season. Once again, playoff potentials for the Firebirds to possibly host a home game. Aiden Meyer is on for the kickoff. And he'll lift that one down, and it'll be fielded at about the 19. Return coming. Some room to run. Broken wide open. And that is Isaiah Silver, who will return the kickoff for a touchdown. No flags on the play. And a special teams breakdown for the Firebirds puts Rocky Mount Senior High on the board. It's tied up at 6 with the extra point attempt upcoming. And Christian Buck on for the PAT. And he will split the uprights. And Rocky Mount takes the lead at 7-6 with 8:44 remaining on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. That's in the first quarter. So a quick response by the Gryphons kind of stuns the Firebirds. And that is one way to keep the Southern Nash defense off the field, is to just score on special teams. Devon Mitchell, Luke Faulkner, Chris Harris, all having great defensive seasons, as well as Israel Whitaker and several other of the Firebird defensive players itching to get into play. And Christian Buck back out for the kickoff. Again, Cam Lyons and Tyleek Mitchell back deep. Jaden Hartsfield, Jonathan Hines, and Israel Whitaker in midfield. And this will go through the line to Tyleek Mitchell, who'll look to find some room. He'll break at least one tackle before he's brought down. A flag comes in late. The return will be out to the 31-yard line. Check that, the 32. And the face mask was the call. That'll be tacked on to the end of the run. And that is an incidental face mask, so only a 5-yard penalty. So that'll give the Firebirds 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Battle back to pass. He's got Tyleek Mitchell open, and he can't bring it in just off the fingertips of Mitchell. Incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. A well-placed pass by Battle. Looked like Mitchell may have got tangled up and lost his footing, not able to recover and get his hands on the football. It was right off his fingertips. And it's Jonathan Hines on the pitch. He'll look off the left side. He's met at the line, just beyond the line of scrimmage, and he'll be thrown backwards. Gain of about a yard on the play. We'll give him 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. So another 3rd down and long situation for Southern Nash. Ashton batting at center with Isaiah Battle stepping up. This will be handed off to Mitchell, who looks at the middle, tries to break to the outside edge, and is caught and drugged down by Tavoris Parker. So an actual no gain on the play. Did make it back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down and 8. And Aiden Myers will be in for the punt for the Firebirds. So Rocky Mount defense able to stop the second drive of the Firebirds. I believe that is Jaden Haney back deep. Attempted a return, but was met quickly by Luke Faulkner. No return on the play, and the ball will be down at the 28-yard line of the Gryphons, and that's where we'll get a first look at the Gryphon offense for the night. Mainly a rushing team, not a lot of passing plays. He's only completed 5 passes on the year. He does have 31 attempts. And this will be handed off to Quaharian Mitchell. So Alex Beasley will step under center. The first game this year that Southern Nash has seen the quarterback under center. A handoff to the right side. This will be carried by Tyleek Harrell. Short gain on the play will bring up 3rd down and 2 now for the Gryphons. Gryphons will send receivers out to the far right and left. Batten will hand it off in the backfield to Isaiah Silver, who will find some room to run. He's across midfield, and the 45 down close to the 40. He's marked down at the Firebird 41-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Gryphons. So a 23-yard carry by the senior Isaiah Silver. One receiver to the left. And Batten's going to look to pass. He's going to throw it downfield. And it is intercepted. The official call signals for an incomplete pass. And it honestly looks like Israel Whitaker may have gotten away with a pass interference as there was a shove. The pass did appear to be caught. But it brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Gryphons. They'll bring a receiver again to the left and also to the right. This will be kept by Batten. He'll try to keep it himself. He'll be hit in the backfield and actually thrown for what looks to be a loss. Should be a sack on the play with a loss of about a yard. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
Ball's going to be marked for a loss of 1. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
Play clock down to 5 seconds. Batten in no hurry. Does get the play off. He's going to look to pass again. He'll stop and keep it himself. He's got some room to run. Slips one tackle, but then he's caught by Faulkner and brought down at the 40-yard line. A gain of about a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9 now for the Gryphons, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and punt it away. Sophomore Jaden Hartsfield checks in to go back deep for the return attempt. And kicker Christian Buck on for the punt. Nearly blocked by Harris. It is caught clean by Hartsfield. About a 5 or 6 yard return out across the 25. Marked down at the 26-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 Firebirds from that spot with 3:40 remaining in the first quarter up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So a nice offensive drive by the Firebirds to start the game. A special teams kickoff return by Rocky Mount puts the Gryphons up 7-6 after a missed extra point attempt. And then 2 great defensive stops by each team. And Southern Nash regains possession of the ball. And it looks like the ball was handed off in the middle to Luke Faulkner. And he takes it out close to the 36. And just shy of the line to gain, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 1 for the Firebirds. Also to make note, same observation as last week during the Bun game, a very small sideline for the Gryphons. We'll wait to see what type of fatigue factor plays in tonight, as this will be carried by Tyleek Mitchell out to the 45-yard line. And he's a little slow to get up. Does gain enough yardage to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Firebirds from their own 45-yard line. Mitchell moving a little slowly. And Hines will take the handoff here. He's tripped up. A gain of about 4 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 6. Mitchell remains in the game along with Jonathan Hines and Jaden Hartsfield. And a delay of game is called against Southern Nash. Their 2nd penalty of the night. So 5 yards tacked on will bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Firebirds. 2:13 remaining in the first. And it's Mitchell who'll take a peek up the middle. Looks like he'll get just beyond the original line of scrimmage. And he'll be marked down at the 47. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Firebirds. So another 3rd down and long. Southern Nash converted on 1 thus far. It was unable to convert on the last offensive possession. And this will be pitched to Hartsfield, who'll look back across midfield. And he'll be caught from behind and finally brought down after crossing midfield. Ball will be marked at the Rocky Mount 48-yard line. Check that. There is a flag on the play. And another face mask called by the Gryphons proves to be very costly on the inadvertent face mask. That will move the sticks for the Firebirds with an automatic 1st down tacked onto the end of that run. And it'll be Hartsfield again. We'll look off left tackle. He'll take it out across the 40. Looks like he'll be marked down at the 39. Make that the 38, bring up 2nd down and 5 now for Southern Nash. Just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. And a pitch to Hartsfield. He'll take it across the 35. He's close to the line of game. We'll look for the spot. Like that'll be enough for another Southern Nash. And that will be enough to move the chains again for the Firebirds. Should be able to get at least one more play off here in the first. Pitch to Mitchell. Will hit the middle, come back across. Get it down close to the 20. Gain of about 11, possibly 12 on the play as he's marked down at the 21. That'll be enough to move the chains and another 1st down for the Firebirds with 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter and an official timeout for an injured Griffin. And once again, tonight's game brought to you by Vanmark Side Farms, a year-round family natural grass operation. Vandermark's mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and sod products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 different types of natural grass. Contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for your natural grass needs. And we'd also like to recognize Keaton Vandermark, who's at the game tonight. He was kind enough to come up and speak with us before the game started. And we want to thank him once again for all his support of the Tar River Sports Network, as well as Southern Nash Athletics and Nash County Athletics in general. A lot of these young men are able to be seen and recognized and possibly recruited by the use of these media streams. So we want to thank Vandermark Farms and Keaton Vandermark for allowing us to provide this service and keep this on the air for these young men. And I believe that is Jaden Haney, who was down for the Gryphons. He does get up and walk off under his own power, so good to see that. And Southern Nash will be able to get off one more play with stoppage of time here in the first quarter. And a flag has been thrown. And that is a sideline warning against Rocky Mount. So no penalty will be assessed as the warning was given. And this will be pitched again to Mitchell, who will find some room around the right edge, cut back inside, make it to the 15. He'll finally be brought down just inside the 15. Looks like they may give him the 14 on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 as the first quarter comes to an end with Rocky Mount leading the Firebirds 7-6 up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. This is the Tar River Sports Network. I'm Brent Cohn, and we'll be right back.
He was inspired to pursue a career in farming after working on his family's farm and establishing his own business, growing produce as his high school agricultural project. Today, Rob operates over 4,000 acres of tobacco, sweet potatoes, soybeans, watermelon, cantaloupe, broccoli, and other vegetables. We'd also like to recognize Mr. Ralph Pegram. Mr. Pegram's a former agriculture teacher here at Southern Nash. Mr. Pegram taught here for 32 years and tirelessly advocated for agriculture and agriculture education. He's community leader and a positive influence for many successful farmers, agribusiness leaders, and agriculturists in our area. He has left a lasting legacy for agriculture in Southern Nash County. Let's please give all of them a warm round of applause. Thank you so much.
And we are back and ready to get things started for the second quarter here in Stanhope. Want to thank band director Matt Ray for stopping by to see us, and looks like the marching band got to enjoy some donuts today in class. Great job the band has done all year long. Matt Ray, longtime director and graduate and alumni of Southern Nash. Want to thank them for all their hard work in supporting the Firebirds. 2nd down and 3 now. Jonathan Hines on the carry. It's just a few ticks off the Baker Professional Construction clock. And it'll come up 3rd down and short as Hines was just shy of the line to gain. And Luke Faulkner will take it to the left end as it takes 4 Gryphons to bring him down. He'll take it across the 10, and that will be enough to move the sticks for the Birds. And it'll be 1st and goal, Southern Nash, from the Rocky Mount 9-yard line. And Jaden Hartsfield on the carry. Looks like he will pick up a few before he is hit and thrown backwards. bring up second down and goal for the Firebirds from the 6. Mitchell Faulkner in the backfield along with Jonathan Hines. Tylik Mitchell with the handoff. He'll look in the middle. He'll take it inside the 5. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 4. They're going to bring up 3rd and goal for Southern Nash. So a big play here for the Rocky Mount defense to see if they can hold Southern Nash. And that's going to be handed to Luke Faulkner, who will just step into the end zone untouched. And touchdown, Luke Faulkner, and Southern Nash brings the score to 12-7 with 9:41 remaining up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. And the FFA T-shirt cannons are firing off. Of course, the cannons are the actual arms. There's one of the cannons firing with the confetti and the T-shirts. And Southern Nash. And it's Jaden Hartsfield who will take it in for the successful 2-point conversion. And once again, with 9:41 remaining on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard, it's Southern Nash 14, Rocky Mount 7. This is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back. Take a quick moment here to recognize Baker Professional Construction and Dan Baker. Want to thank them for sponsoring this year's scoreboard and clock. The Baker Professional Construction company specializes in everything landscaping, from drainage to erosion solutions, including French drains, grading, swales, landscape repairs. They also work in rock, stone, and concrete. They can do stamped concrete pads and walkways. They also offer full tree service and stump grinding, as well as any irrigation. They also have lighting, excavation, and dump truck services. Everything total landscaping needs from Baker Professional Construction. Aiden Myers to kick the ball off. It's a squib kick into the middle. It'll be fielded just inside the 25. Picked up by Isaiah Silver. A flag comes in behind the play. Silver will be brought down by Israel Whitaker. And that's going to be a block in the back against the Gryphons, another costly penalty for Rocky Mount following the nice return. So this has got to be a point of concern for Southern Nash, the special teams coverage, as Silver has already returned. Sorry, I believe that was a Marion Dance on the first kickoff return, and then a nice return there. So got to defend the kick return a little bit better for the Firebirds. Beasley on. And hands it off to Mitchell. No gain will bring up second down and 10. So second and 10 now for the Gryphons. Beasley under center. Sends a man in motion. This will be handed off again to Silver, who tries to slip a tackle to the outside. Luke Faulkner will have none of it. It's a tackle for a loss. It's going to bring up a third down and about 11 now. Loss of a yard on the play. So the Southern Nash defense kind of settling in here. Beasley will back up into the shotgun. He has one receiver to the left, two to the right. Lone back in the backfield. Looks like there's going to be an illegal formation called against, a delay of game against the Griffon as the play clock expired. That'll back them up 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 16 now for Rocky Mount. And what appeared to be a designed pass play. This time, two receivers to the left. Beasley looks back to pass. Can't get a man open. He finally gets the throwaway and overthrows the intended receiver, Keenan Barnes. That falls incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down now for the Griffons deep in their own territory. They'll be forced to punt. So a costly delay of game penalty backs up the Griffons. A high snap and not a great punt. Hartsfield will back away. It takes a Griffon roll and rolls out of bounds at the Southern Nash 44-yard line. So the end-over-end kick paid off for the Griffons. Hartsfield unable to field it cleanly. So there has been a penalty called as a personal foul against the Griffons. That'll be marked off from the spot that the ball went out of bounds. So the 15-yard penalty will move it back into Rocky Mount territory for the Firebirds. And it will now be 1st and 10 Southern Nash from the Rocky Mount just outside the 42-yard line. They'll back it up, and now it's just outside the 43-yard line. Mitchell up the middle. He's got some room. The tackler falls. He's not going to be stopped, and Tyleek Mitchell, for the second time tonight, punches it in on a 43-yard touchdown scamper with 7:36 remaining into the half. And Southern Nash goes up 20-7. The T-shirts cannons fire. And Braden Wells for the extra point attempt. And it's good. And it's 21-7. Southern Nash leading the Griffons. Again, 7:36 remaining up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So part of tonight's promotion inside the stadium is agricultural appreciation. The FFA is firing T-shirt cannons every time that the Firebirds score. So at this pace, I hope they brought a lot of T-shirts. 3 touchdowns into the night and still not at halftime. 7:36 remaining until that point. And Southern Nash on for the kickoff. Aiden Myers. So what appeared earlier to be an injury for Tyleek Mitchell has gone to the wayside as he punches one in for his second time tonight. And another squib kick. This one is fielded by Jack McKellar, and he's got room to run. He's back out across the 50, and it looks like Aiden Myers, the kicker, is down as he attempted to tackle.
Jack McKellar, with a nice return inside Firebird territory.
And again, special teams proving to be a little bit of an issue here for the Firebirds. A nice return as Rocky Mount will start in the Southern Nash territory. It's 1st and 10 Gryphons from the Southern Nash 49-yard line. And again, that is the kicker, Aiden Myers, who attempted the tackle. It's an injury to his, looks like it appears to be his left arm. And he appears to be holding his wrist as he steps off the field. So play resumes and it's 1st and 10 Gryphons from the Southern Nash 49-yard line. Beasley will hand that off. I believe that was Talik Harrell on the carry. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 as the Southern Nash interior defense continues to hold that middle down. One man in motion. Again, this will be handed off to Tyleek Harrell. He'll pick up a couple this time down to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3 is going to bring up 3rd down and 7 now. 6.5 remaining until halftime. And we have a Southern Nash player down in the defensive backfield. That's Cam Lyons, who appears to be having some leg cramp issues. We can't have leg cramps, and I don't bring up Mr. Arthur Perry. Got to have your bananas, got to have your water, buddy. Got to have that potassium.
We're in the process of conducting the 2024 Great Firebird Kickoff. This is the Booster Club.
Back in the day, Mr. Arthur Perry would have handled that. So while we take our brief timeout, we'll once again recognize tonight's game sponsor is Vandermark Sod Farms, a year-round natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. Their mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and sod products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 types of natural grass. So contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for all your natural grass needs. As Cam Lyons makes his way to the sidelines and we get ready to resume play, it will be 3rd and 7 for the Gryphons. Beasley under center. And this will be handed off to Harrell. No, fooled me too. Looks like that's going to be Quaharion Mitchell on the carry. He'll look to the left end. He's going to gain about 3. It's going to be 4th down and 5 now. So a gain of only 2. So 4th and 5 for the Gryphons. Just under 6 minutes to go until halftime. And it appears that Rocky Mount will go for it here in Southern Nash territory. They'll send receivers to the right and left. And they get Southern Nash to jump off sides. So encroachment is the call. That'll move it 5 yards. And it will result in a first down for the Gryphons. So 1st and 10, Rocky Mount. And Rocky Mount will use their first timeout of the half with 5:11 remaining until halftime up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. Once again, this is the Tar River Sports Network. I'm Brent Cohn flying solo tonight. We'll take a quick break and be right back. And play resumes. 1st and 10, Gryphons. Beasley back to pass. He's got a man open down the middle. And batted away by Tyleek Mitchell is incomplete. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Gryphons.
Tyleek Mitchell, nice coverage. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Gryphons. 5:04 remaining until halftime. Southern Nash leads 21-7. And this cross-county rivalry battle for a share of first place in the conference. And this will be handed off to Isaiah Silver, who'll find some room on the reverse around the right side. He'll take it out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. That is enough to move the chains again for the Gryphons. So 1st and 10 for Rocky Mount. To the Gryphons heavy to the left. The ball's handed off to Quaharian Mitchell, who will try to follow his blockers on the left side. The play will be blown dead.
Looks like he's going to be marked down near the 20-yard line.
It's like he went down near the 20, the gain of 6. He did come out of the play and look like he was still on his feet, but the officials will say he was down, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Gryphons. And looks like Coach Batchelor will use his first timeout of the night. And with 4:19 to go, it's 21-7, Southern Nash leading Rocky Mount here on the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back.
So as we get ready to come out of the timeout, I'll take a little break here to recognize the staff members for the Tar River Sports Network. We don't do that a whole lot. You know, normally you get to hear my voice, unfortunately, every week alongside Kenneth Fly. But some of the other help is upstairs. You have Riley Reynolds, who is manning the overhead camera, and some part-time assistants from Robin Reynolds, who is also one of the assistant principals here at Southern Nash. But our main sideline guy is Rodney, the Bootylicious Booty O'Neill, the Bootylicious Booty Bandit. That's right. I got to get the whole name right. And a short gain on the play will bring up third down. Be third, and we'll call it a short 2 there for the Gryphons. Of course, like I said, Rodney, the Bootylicious Booty Bandit, O'Neill, running the sideline camera, and of course, Mark Cohn, the big guy, here doing all the producing and trying to keep you going, and of course, famous for the Firebird. We'll say it's a Firebird after the touchdowns. 3rd and 2 here for the Gryphons. This will be handed off to Talik Harrell. He'll take it around the left side. It looks like he may have enough to reach the line of the game. We'll look for the spot.
And that will be good enough for another Rocky Mount first down.
And he will get that first down, and it's 1st and 10 as Rocky Mount operating inside the red zone for the first time this evening. And this will be handed off to Mitchell again, who quickly hits the left side. He steps out of bounds. Inside the 10, looks like he got down to the 5-yard line, and that'll bring up 1st and goal now for the Gryphons. Check that. They're going to mark him down at the 7 on the far side of the field from us. Three minutes to go until half. Man in motion for the Gryphons. That'll be handed to Mitchell, who's hit on the left side as he tried to go through by way of the tackle. Bring up 2nd down and goal for the Gryphons. So the short gain takes it down to the inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. And the flag will come in, and it'll be an offensive penalty, false start against the Gryphons. So another mistake by Rocky Mount will back them up. It'll still be 2nd and goal, but this will be from the 9-yard line now. Beasley from the a direct snap to Silver, and he'll look around the left end, and he'll take it into the end zone. Rocky Mount with the touchdown with 2:06 remaining until half. So a direct snap play to Silver, who finds the room on the left side to take it into the end zone. Brings the Gryphons to within 8 with the extra point attempt upcoming. Christian Buck on for the attempt. And that's going to be good. And again, with 2:06 remaining until half, up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard, it's Southern Nash 21, Rocky Mount 14. This is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back. So Christian Buck on for the kickoff for the Gryphons. Mitchell and Lyons back deep for the Firebirds. And it will be a squib kick. Gets all the way through to Lyons. He'll find some room on the right side. He's finally brought down by Jeremiah White. Return all the way out to the 40. Let's see, I believe they're going to spot it at the 42-yard line. So a nice return there by Lyons. $1:58 remaining until half. So Southern Nash with an opportunity to score. Of course, if you recall, Rocky Mount did win the coin toss and defer to the second half, so they'll get the ball when we come back from the break. That ball is thrown too high for Faulkner to handle. Incomplete. It's going to bring up second down and 10. Just a few ticks off the clock. 1:51 remaining until half. And Battle checks out of the game. Mitchell will take over at the quarterback position. Down to 9 seconds on the play clock. Looks like Coach Batchelor may have to use a second timeout of the half, and he does to avoid the penalty. So timeout Southern Nash with 1:51 remaining until the break. Once again, tonight's game sponsored by Vandermark Sod Farms. They are a year-round family natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. And their mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and sod products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. Contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for all of your natural grass needs. And again, a quick shout out to Baker Professional Construction, this year's sponsor of the scoreboard and time clock. Both the Vandermarks and the Bakers, long-time sponsors and supporters of everything Southern Nash. A lot of Southern Nash alumni coming out of both families. Mitchell with the direct snap, who'll lose his footing and be brought down in the backfield. The actual loss on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 11 as the clock runs down to 1:35 remaining in the half. They're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Mitchell remains in at quarterback. Senior Ashton Batten down. Mitchell in the shotgun. This time he'll hand it off to Hartsfield. There is a flag thrown. It will be a face mask. So clock will stop with 1:13. I don't think that was going to be an inadvertent face mask. We'll see what the officials say. Now, personal foul face mask. So that should be a 15-yard penalty versus the inadvertent 5-yard penalty. And it will be 1st and 10 Southern Nash from the Griffon 43-yard line now. 1:13 remaining until half. Mitchell again will keep this one himself. He'll get out to the 40 and be brought down by Anthony Fields for the Gryphons. Down to 36 seconds remaining. Low snap. Mitchell's looking to pass. He gets the pass away. He's got Whitaker open, and Israel Whitaker, unable to hold on to it, is thrown a little short, couldn't get back to it. So that's going to bring up third down. With a half a tick over 27 seconds remaining on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So should be enough time to get off a couple of plays here. Mitchell remains in at quarterback. And this will be handed off to Hartsfield. He'll find some room on the left end. He'll be brought down inbounds, so it won't stop the clock. He's down to inside the 30. The first down will stop the clock momentarily, but it will restart as soon as the ball is snapped. And looks like Mitchell is going to step up and spike it. That'll leave 17.6 seconds. And it'll be second down and 10 for the Firebirds. So Firebirds still have one timeout remaining. Of course, Gryphons with two. So it should be enough to at least get 2 plays. Ball is spotted at the 27-yard line. And the play will be blown dead by the officials. Waiting to see what the call is. So, not really sure what happened there. Play to resume. Mitchell will keep this in himself. He'll try to find some room as he cuts back in. And he'll be dropped with a short gain. And a quick timeout called by Southern Nash. So a gain of 5 will bring up third down and 5. As Coach Batchelor forced to use his last timeout of the half. Southern Nash leads 21-14. Want to remind everyone to hang around for halftime as the Southern Nash Marching Firebirds will perform, as well as the senior members of the band will be recognized for senior night during halftime. And Isaiah Battle will check back in at quarterback. So I would almost expect to see a pass attempt here with 11 seconds left. Could be an opportunity to get 2 plays in. If you want to take a shot at it here, as he does send 3 and 2 receivers along with Mitchell in motion. And Mitchell with the screen pass, unable to hold on to it. It'll be incomplete. And it'll now be 4th and 5 for the Firebirds with 7.5 seconds remaining until the break. So Southern Nash will be forced to take a shot at the end zone at this point. Again, 3 receivers to the left. Mitchell, the lone back. And he goes in motion. Looks like he's not sure of the play call. A long throw to Israel Whitaker. Isaiah Battle. The completed pass to Israel Whitaker. Touchdown as the clock stops with 0.9 seconds remaining in the half. A huge pass play from the sophomore Isaiah Battle, completed to the senior Israel Whitaker, puts Southern Nash up 28-14 with the extra point attempt coming. So Southern Nash for the extra point attempt. Braden Wells. 1 for 2 tonight. And this one will be short. And it's no good. So with less than a second to go in the first half, it's Southern Nash 27 and Rocky Mount 14. So enough time for the kickoff return. So this is where the special teams is really going to have to step up here for the Firebirds, as there have been some struggles tonight. They've given up one kickoff return for a touchdown, as well as a couple of pretty decent returns for yardage. Of course, a decent return means nothing with 0.9 seconds left until half. So it's going to be up to the Firebirds to make sure and get this ball down to avoid Rocky Mount and a shift in momentum scoring here. Once again, Rocky Mount will get the ball to begin the second half. I would have to believe that Aiden Myers would likely kick it away. He's been going with the squib kick. And with Aiden Myers hurt, it's actually Wells kicking off. It'll be a high kick, fielded at the 25. The return is coming. And it's Silver, but he's going to be caught in the backfield. And his momentum will be stopped. And that'll bring us to halftime here at the Bird's Nest. Southern Nash leading 27-14 up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. Once again, this is the Tar River Sports Network. I'm Brent Cone. Stay tuned for the Southern Nash marching Firebirds at halftime, and we'll be back for the second half in just a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please direct your attention to the playing field as our band members, our senior band members, are coming out for their senior night recognition. We'll begin tonight. Our first band senior member is Miss Anissa Austin, escorted by her mother Carol Austin and sister Kayla Austin. Our second band member is Matthew Bowles, escorted by his mother, Helena Bowles, and father, Tim Bowles. Our next senior band member is Andrea Cardenas Rojo, escorted by her mother, Claudia Cardenas, and sisters Maria Rojo, Jennifer Cardenas Rojo, and Daniela Cardenas Rojo. Our next senior band member is Carlos Chavez, escorted by his father, Alicio Chavez, mother Maria Chavez, sister Juanita Chavez, and nephew Henry Rodriguez. next senior band member is Samuel Hall, who is escorted by his father Chris Hall and sisters Jesse Sully and Sarah Webbington. Our next senior band member is Janice Rea, escorted by her father, Jesus Rea, mother, Candelaria Torres, siblings, Jesus Rea and Carlos Rea, and sister-in-law, Alejandra Rea. Our next senior band member is Adrian Sampaio, escorted by his mother, Anna Cruz, his aunt, Talia Rodarte, and sister, Jocelyn Sampaio. Our final senior band member is Haley Wright. Haley is escorted by her father, Rodney O'Neill, mother, Constance O'Neill, brothers Raylan O'Neill and Trevor O'Neill, and her best friend, Juliana Pierce. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all of our senior band members a big, well-deserved round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Southern Nash High School Marching Firebirds. The Marching Firebirds are under the direction of Mr. Matthew Ray. Their other instructors are Matthew Bissett and Flora Ray of Visual, Lauren Howell, Jimmy Smith, and Stepan Barsky Music, Jackson Valentine and Julie Pierce Percussion, and Alyssa Halpern Color Guard. Student leaders are Emily Rodriguez, Drum Major, Dimitri Braxton, Hornline Captain, Annie Pullen, Woodwind Captains, Carlos Chavez, Assistant Woodwind Captain, Adrian Sampaio, Brass Captain, Maria Nava, Percussion Captain, Samuel Hall, Drumline Captain, and Ardrea Cardenas Rojo, Janiyah Silver, and Delana Langston, Guard Captains. Tonight, the band will be performing their full 2024 production entitled Cliché for the first time in Firebird Stadium. Presenting their show Cliché, please welcome Drum Major Emily Rodriguez and the Southern Nash High School Marching Firebirds.
Hey AI, what is the definition of cliché?
Cliché. Noun. A phrase or opinion that is overused and betrays a lack of original thought. For example, once upon a time. Time flies. Think outside the box. To whom it may concern. Now more than ever. At the end of the day, play your cards right. And ignorance is bliss.
Can you give me some popular clichés to use in a marching band show?
Sure. I've made you a playlist to accompany some popular clichés. Let's begin with the end in mind. Variety is the spice of life. Two's company, three's a crowd. Knock on wood. If you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's meant to be. Silence is golden. That's out of this world. All's well that ends well. One more time.
Let's hear it for the Southern Nash marching Firebirds. Let's hear it again for the Southern Nash marching Firebirds. The marching Firebirds are pleased to announce their sponsors for the 2024 season. 5 County Heating and Air, Edwards Inc., Girls Around Here, Walters Team Real Estate, PB's Cornhole Board, Pierce Brothers, Rudy's Truck and Trailer, R&A Embroidery, and Temperature Control Solutions. Best of luck to our band as they compete tomorrow at Topsail High School, and a special shout out to Mr. Brent Cohn for the band donuts today. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind everyone that the Booster Club members are going through the stands selling 50-50 raffle tickets, so look for Booster Club members selling 50-50 raffle tickets. Also, we would like to recognize once again our Agriculture Appreciation Night sponsors: Nash County Farm Bureau, Ag Carolina Farm Credit, North Carolina Soybean Producers Association, North Carolina Sweet Potato Commission, Dean's Farm Market, North Carolina Watermelon Association, and Rob's Fresh Produce. Thank you for supporting Nash County, North Carolina agriculture. We'd like to give a special shout out to local farmers, farm workers, agribusinesses, 4-H members, and FFA members in our community who are here tonight. These individuals are carrying forward the tradition of farming and innovation in agriculture. If you're a member of any of these organizations or sponsors, please stand for a round of applause. Let's give our agriculture people a round of applause. Thank you.
And welcome back to the start of the second half here in Stanhope at the Bird's Nest. It's 27-14, Southern Nash leading the Gryphons as we get ready to get the second half underway. And I finished a Chick-fil-A from the Booster Club concession stand. And that kick sails out of bounds. So no return. It did not reach the 35-yard line, so they will mark off 5 yards on the penalty for the out-of-bounds kick. And the Gryphons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Beasley will send one receiver out far to the left, one short field to the right, man in motion. This will be handed off, and I believe that was Silver on the carry. It was. Loss of a down on the play. Loss of a yard on the play. He's going to bring up second down at 11. Beasley looks to pass. He's got a man wide open, no defensive coverage whatsoever, and completed to Quaharian Mitchell, and he'll take it all the way to the end zone as, again, the Gryphons score quickly here in the second half. 11-13 remaining up on the Baker Professional Services Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. And the Gryphons have pulled to within 7 with the extra point attempt upcoming. Christian Buck 2 for 2 tonight on PATs. And this one will fall short. Looks like it was partially blocked. Chris Harris with the tip. And that kick will be no good, so it remains a 7-point lead for the Firebirds, 27-20 here in Stanhope. Once again, tonight's game brought to you by Vandermark Side Farms. They are a year-round family natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. Vandermark's mission has always been to be a premier provider of natural grass and side products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 types of natural grass. Contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for your natural grass needs. So that appeared on that pass play to be an absolute breakdown of coverage by the defensive secondary, as Mitchell was able to get behind an easily completed pass from Beasley. Puts a quick strike in for the Gryphons. Makes that last-second touchdown pass. I believe that was a 26-yarder to Israel Whitaker in the first half. Mitchell slipped several tackles on the kick return, able to get across the 40 down to the 41-yard line, and that's where they'll start 1st and 10 and their first offensive possession of the second half. Battle in at quarterback. They'll hand this off to Mitchell, who will take it across the middle, gain a couple, out to about the 43-yard line. bring up 2nd down and 8 now for the Firebirds. And a quick score update over in Franklin County in the other 3A matchup tonight in the Big East. Northern Nash leads Franklinton Red Rams by a score of 51-0. So that's running clock in the second half. Movement on the line. It's going to be a false start against Southern Nash. So tack 5 yards onto that 2nd down play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 13. And a quick pitch to Jaden Hartsfield. The ball comes loose. It was recovered by Isaiah Battle. So back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 10. 9:54 and counting remaining here in the 3rd quarter on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So another 3rd and long play. The ball comes out again. And it appears Rocky Mount has recovered. And so the first turnover of the night belongs to Rocky Mount. And back-to-back fumbles. Fortunate enough to cover on the first one and then lost on the second. Another update in the 3rd quarter. It is Fike leading East Wake 10-3 over in their respective conference. So Rocky Mount with an opportunity to possibly take the lead for the first time since the 1st quarter. 9:32 remaining in the 3rd. Beasley back to pass. He'll let it go. He's got a man wide open. Nobody's there. And another touchdown pass as, again, lost coverage by the Firebirds. And it's now 27-26. Southern Nash with a 1-point lead, extra point attempt upcoming. So another touchdown pass by Beasley. And Christian Buck on for the PAT. And this one is good as we're all knotted up here at Stanhope. It's Southern Nash 27, Rocky Mount 27. 9:23 to go in the 3rd. And so a quick turnaround here in the second half. And again, that has made the last second score in the first half very valuable for the Firebirds. Following 2 touchdown passes by Beasley, one on the opening kickoff for the second half and one following the fumble recovery. And a big shift in momentum. As Christian Buck makes his second kickoff appearance here in the second half in Stanhope. And it'll be a squib kick. Covered and fielded by Kejuan Caudle. It'll be 1st and 10 Southern Nash from their own 44-yard line. So Mitchell looks to find some room around the left end. He'll cut back, caught from behind, forced out of bounds. And a nice carry by Mitchell into Griffin territory. It'll be 1st and 10, Southern Nash from the Rocky Mount 38-yard line. And this will be Jaden Hartsfield, who bullies his way through. Gets pushed out of bounds, and a late hit flag will be called. Hartsfield takes it all the way inside the 20 before he is forced out of bounds. They're actually going to mark him out at the 22, and then the penalty will be assessed. And that will be half the distance to the goal. So it'll be 1st and 10, Southern Nash from the 13-yard line. 9:04 remaining, so another costly Griffin penalty. This pitch to Mitchell, the ball comes loose. It was an ankle tackle. Mitchell goes to pull away. He fumbles the ball. It is recovered again by Isaiah Battle. Result in a loss of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 11.
I can hear him. Oh, I lost you.
8:30 and counting remaining up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. And this will be Luke Faulkner on the carry. Across the 10. And they're going to mark him down at the 9. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6.
Yeah, change the battery on top.
And this looks like Hartsfield again will have his helmet knocked off. Down inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. We'll look for the spot. It's close to the line to gain. And they're going to say that is a 1st down, so it'll be 1st and goal, Southern Nash from the 3. 7:28 and counting remaining in the 3rd. Southern Nash looking for their first score here in the 2nd half. And that's taken into the end zone. Luke Faulkner, with just the pure strength of lower body, forces his way into the end zone with a horde of Griffins hanging on for dear life. Faulkner takes it in with 7:07 remaining in the 3rd. And it's 33-27. It looks like the Firebirds will go for 2 here. And there is a flag thrown. Looks like false start against the Firebirds. They'll move them out 5 yards and replay the attempt. And it appears they'll send out the kick team. So this will be the equivalent of a 25-yard field goal for Braden Wells. And it's good. And with a successful conversion, it's 34-27. Southern Nash leads Rocky Mount. Once again, 7:07 remaining in the third period. This is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back.
If there's anyone that would like to purchase a 50/50 raffle ticket, Big Square members are in the press box or at the top of the bleachers. If anyone would like to purchase a last-second 50/50 raffle ticket, just come up and purchase it now. We'll be drawing here shortly. Thank you.
And fair catch is signaled by the Gryphons. And it will be 1st and 10 for Rocky Mount from their own 34-yard line. So Beasley under center. Receivers to the right and left. He sends a man in motion. That'll be pitched back to Mitchell, who will find some room to run. He'll be forced out of bounds just shy of midfield. Should be enough for the first down.
So Quentin Mitchell on the carry is going to take it out to the Southern Nash, the Rocky Mount 47-yard line. The gain of 13 on the play. First down, Rocky Mount.
So 1st and 10 for the Gryphons from their own 47-yard line. This will be handed off and slips a tackle does Isaiah Silver, but he'll be met at the line of scrimmage and pushed backwards by Devon Mitchell. Devon Richardson. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 after no gain on the play. A pitch back to Mitchell. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. A gain of about 2 on the play is going to bring up 3rd down and 8. There is a Firebird down on the field. And that is the senior Chris Harris, who gets up and is able to walk to the sidelines under his own power. Great to see that. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Gryphons when play resumes. So Beasley under center. Again with the man in motion. This will be pitched back. It's like it's going to be a halfback pass. And again, a man wide open down the field. It's caught. And a last effort made by Faulkner for the tackle. They're going to mark down inside the 5-yard line. So again, the Gryphons are able to get behind the Southern Nash coverage. 5:37 remaining, and it's 1st and goal, Rocky Mount. And a touch pass to Mitchell, and he stopped with a loss on the play. So 2nd down to goal now for Rocky Mount. 4:55 and ticking in the 3rd up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. And this will be Silver on the carry, and he'll be caught in the backfield. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and goal for the Gryphons with no gain on the play. So they will give him a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3. So a big opportunity here for the Southern Nash defense to hold the Rocky Mount offense, who has scored already on 2 pass plays. Play clock down to 4 seconds. They will get it away. This is handed off to Tavoris Parker. We're looking for the signal, and it's touchdown, Rocky Mount. With 3:36 remaining in the 3rd. So an extra point attempt again upcoming. The Gryphons have had 1 extra point blocked. Movement along the line. We'll look to see which side. It's going to call encroachment against Southern Nash. So that will move half the distance to the goal and a replay of the extra point attempt. Looks like Rocky Mount will stay with the kick attempt versus the 2-point conversion to take the lead. It's 34-33. And this will split the uprights, and we're back even at 34. All tied up here in the Bird's Nest. 3:36 remaining in the 3rd period. As Rocky Mount has taken advantage of 3 big pass plays, beating the Southern Nash secondary. So once again, tonight's game brought to you by Vandermark Sod Farms. They're a year-round natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. Vandermark's mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and sod products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 types of natural grass. Contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for all of your natural grass needs. And again, a big shout out and thank you to Keaton Vandermark and the entire Vandermark family for their continued support of everything Southern Nash and Nash County athletics. And a special thank you from here at Tar River Sports Network for your sponsorship. This will be picked up by Cam Lyons. A return will be coming. He's caught back inside the 25 and brought down, marked down at what looks to be about the 23, and that's where Southern Nash will take over 1st and 10.
Looks like it's going to be spotted near the 27-yard line. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line.
3:30 remaining in the third. And what has turned into a back and forth slugfest between Rocky Mount and Southern Nash, both undefeated in the conference. Mitchell looks to the right, gets tripped up with a gain of maybe a couple on the play.
Short gain on the play of about 2, bringing 2nd down and 8.
So that'll bring us to 2nd down and 8 for the Firebirds. And I mentioned early in the game that a very small roster for the Gryphons, but apparently conditioning has been a big factor for the Gryphons, is showing no signs of fatigue. And Jaden Hartsfield looks like he lost his footing as he crossed the 25-yard line down to about the 26, possibly the 27. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 here. So manageable 3rd down for Southern Nash. Battle under center. This will be handed off to Faulkner. He's going to be taken down just shy of the 30, down to the 29. So a gain of only a couple is going to bring up 4th down and 3. Southern Nash deep in their own territory. And with the Aiden Myers injury in the first half, looks like Chris Harris will be on for the punt attempt. And a nice punt by Harris. No one was back to receive it. And it will take a Southern Nash roll inside the 35-yard line. Marked down at the 33, and that's where the Gryphons will take over 1st and 10. And again, with an opportunity to possibly take the lead on this possession, as we're all tied up at 34 with 1:25 remaining in the third period up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So defensive coordinators Robbie Kennedy and Quamaine Battle, as well as Lavelle White, out having discussions with their defensive set. Obviously protecting against the pass. Rocky Mount seems to have found something that's working, and they keep going to it. Southern Nash unable at this point to have an answer for that pass. So they're going to go to a man-to-man. This is handed off up the middle. Tackled by Devon Richardson and Luke Faulkner. Gain of about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. Clock continues to run. 1 minute and counting up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. And this is Mitchell again on the carry. He'll take it out close to the line to gain before he's pushed out of bounds. Look for the spot. Should bring up third down and short now for the Gryphons. So third down and 2 for the Gryphons. And Beasley does send receivers out far to each side. This will be handed off up the middle. Looking to see who carried the ball. Believe that was Tavoris Parker on the carry. The short gain is enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10, Rocky Mount from their own 45-yard line. Clock continues to run, and they'll step off and bring us to the end of the third period, all tied up here in Stanhope. It's 34-34, Southern Nash and Rocky Mount in the battle for a share of first place in the Big East 3A division. This is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Let's give them a warm round of applause. Thank you.
And looks like Coach Ray Davis is at the game tonight, former coach of the North Carolina Coach of the Year here at Southern Nash. He took the Dream Teams back in the early 90s to the Eastern Championship, so big shout out to Coach Ray Davis. So a gain of about 4 on the play by the Gryphons to bring up 2nd down and 6 from the 49-yard line. Beasley will bring the play back in, 10 on the play clock. He'll send Barnes out to the far right. And the play clock comes close to expiring, and it'll force Rocky Mount to burn their first time out of the second half with 11:05 remaining in the game. All tied up at 34. Tonight's game brought to you by Vandermark Side Farms. They're year-round natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. Vandermark's mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and sod products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 different types of natural grass. Contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for your natural grass needs today. And also a quick shout out to this season's sponsor of Scoreboard and Clyde Baker Professional Construction, who specializes in everything landscaping. From if you're just revamping your yard to doing some drainage issues, erosion solutions, French drains. They do grading. They also do concrete work with concrete pads and walkways, and a full tree service, including stump grinding. Contact Dan Baker at Baker Professional Construction. So this will be handed off to Tyleek Harrell. We'll take it across midfield. Mark down at the 48. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. 3 yards to be exact for the Gryphons. So Beasley with one receiver to the right. And the ball is nearly fumbled, and Beasley will have to go down on the quick blitz there. That's Zion Odom who was in the backfield first, along with Riley Horn. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So a big play there as the snap was mishandled by Beasley. And the Firebirds able to get on him quick, and that'll force a punt here from the Gryphons, their first of the second half. And nearly blocked. And Hartsfield will step away. It takes a definite Rocky Mount bounce down inside the 10, marked down at the Southern Nash 6-yard line. So deep into their
5237804. 5237804. 5237804. Have the winning ticket, please.
I had to look at my 50-50 tickets there, calling out the numbers, and I didn't win. So another nice donation to Southern Nash Athletics. So back to the end zone. It's like Tyleek Mitchell with the handoff. He'll take it back out, possibly across the line of scrimmage. A short gain, if any. It's like they will give him about a yard on the play, a little better. We'll call it 2nd down and 8 now. That's Faulkner on the carry, down out close to the 15. That's close to the line to gain, probably about a yard or so short. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. .840 and counting remaining in the game up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. And trying to see who had that carry. That was Faulkner again up the middle. Gain of about 5 will be enough to move the chains. And it's 1st and 10. Southern Nash from the 19. So getting a little room to work with here. The offense moves out. And Mitchell tries to find his way around the right end, and a reach up and grab from Tavoris Parker grabs Mitchell by the jersey. Will stop that effort. Gain of a couple on the play is going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Battle under center. This will be handed off to Mitchell again. He'll take this one up the middle out close to the 25. That's where it'll be brought down. So to bring up 3rd down and about 4 now for the Firebirds. 7-12 and counting remaining on the game clock for regulation. Game all knotted up at 34. This has been the Rocky Mount half of the game. Mitchell carries it out across the 25 to about the 26. They're actually going to give him to about the 27. It's going to bring up 4th and short. 4th and 2 now for the Firebirds. It looks like Coach Batchelor will go for it in Rocky Mount territory. And that is the case. And this handed off to Faulkner, who will take it out to the 30, and that should be sufficient enough. And it is a Firebird first down from their own 30-yard line. .551 and counting up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. A reverse to Mitchell. And a late hit out of bounds. No flag is thrown. Gain of about 6 on the play is going to bring up 2nd down and 4. A lot of fans wanted the late hit as Mitchell was going out of bounds. Official was right there watching it, did not throw the flag. Battle looks to pass. He's got Israel Whitaker open. Off his fingertips, nearly intercepted. As it was triple coverage on Whitaker. That would have been a tough one to pull off. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now. 3rd down and 4. Mitchell, Hartsfield, and Faulkner in the backfield. Tyleek Mitchell slips a tackle. He takes round the edge. He cuts back in the middle. And what looked to be a tackle for loss turns into a big play for Mitchell as he crosses into Griffin territory. And he takes a hit, and Mitchell is down.
He's pointing at his head.
So Mitchell pointed to his helmet as he went down. It will be all the way down to the Rocky Mount 36-yard line, but Mitchell is down on the field. So we'll step out for just a moment as the trainers take a look at Tyleek Mitchell. This is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back. So Tyleek Mitchell gets to his feet and steps off under his own power. So a hard shot being checked now by trainer Crystal Kennedy. And Luke Faulkner with a carry out down close to the 30. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 31. It's a gain of about 5 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 as we pass the 5-minute mark remaining in the game. Once again, the score all knotted up here, 34 apiece. And this has turned out to be a pretty good matchup between these two teams. Jonathan Hines can't get back to the line of scrimmage, and it looks like the ball came out. And there was a fumble, and Rocky Mount, for the 2nd time tonight, has recovered a Southern Nash fumble with 4:39 remaining in the game. And the Gryphons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Beasley under center. 2 receivers to the right. He'll hand this off to Silver, who's caught in the backfield and thrown for a loss. I'll look to see where they mark it down with forward momentum. So it looks to be a loss of about 10, call that 9 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 19.
Loss of 9 on the play. We got 2nd down, 19.
3:45 and counting remaining on the clock in the game. And again, hit in the backfield. That was Mitchell on the carry. And another loss of a couple more will bring up 3rd down and 21 now. So the Southern Nash defense swarming. 3rd and long. You can almost expect to see the pass play here.
Come on, D, let's go. Come on, D, let's go. Come on. Make a play. Delay the game.
And the play clock at the expiration point, and Rocky Mount is forced to burn their 2nd timeout here in the 2nd half with 2:47 remaining in the game. And kind of keeping an eye on the sidelines as medical officials are taking a look at Tyleek Mitchell. He is being checked for a concussion. So return to action here. It's 3rd and 22. Beasley to pass. It's a screen pass. Caught out in the flat and nowhere to go. It's like it was completed to Jones. And that's going to bring up fourth down. Check that. It was complete. Yes, Ryan Jones with a catch. A gain of about 3 on the play is going to bring up 4th and long. And Rocky Mount will be forced to punt here with 2:29 remaining in regulation. All tied up at 34 apiece. And Southern Nash appears to have taken their first time out here in the second half. And we'll remind everyone again, tonight's sponsors, Vandermark Side Farms, a year-round family natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. Vandermark's mission has always been to be a premier provider of natural grass and side products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 types of natural grass. Contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for all your natural grass needs. Christian Buck back deep to punt. Jaden Hartsfield for the return. Flag is thrown. And that's going to be a false start against the Gryphons. That'll back them up 5 yards more. Buck will be all the way to the end zone line. Hartsfield lined up at about the 45-yard line. He'll get the punt away. Hartsfield will let it roll into Southern Nash territory, and they'll be down at the, looks like the 47-yard line. And that's where Southern Nash takes over 1st and 10 with 2:19 remaining in regulation here on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. Once again, year-long construction sponsor for the scoreboard is Baker Professional Construction, specializing in everything landscaping, from revamping your yard to taking down trees. They do stump grinding, concrete work. They do pads and walkways. They can do drainage, erosion solutions, French drains, grading, and swales. This will be handed off to Jaden Hartsfield. He'll cross in midfield down to about the 47-yard line. Mitchell still on the bench. It appears that he may be out for the game. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4. And a direct snap to Whitaker, who turned to look and nobody was there. He'll try to keep it himself. He's thrown down at the 50. There'll be a loss of a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 now. Whitaker in at quarterback. And a direct snap to Whitaker. He'll keep it himself. He'll cross the 50 and then be thrown backwards. So a gain of about a yard is going to bring up 4th down and 6 now for the Firebirds. And Battle still on the sidelines. And Southern Nash will burn their 2nd timeout of the half. Both teams will have 1 timeout remaining. 1:05 left in regulation, all knotted up at 34 apiece up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So once again, this is a battle for the in-conference undefeated teams. Rocky Mount and Southern Nash both at 3-0. Looking for a share of the first place in the conference with Northern Nash, who handily defeated Franklinton earlier this evening. This brings up a big 4th down here for the Firebirds. Battle will check back in. And a pitch to Faulkner, who looks up the middle. And Faulkner breaks through the line and dives forward across the 40. And a big play for the Southern Nash offense as it's 1st and 10 Firebirds from the Rocky Mount 40-yard line. Clock continues to run at 56 and 55 seconds remaining. Jaden Hartsfield on the carry. He's out across the 35. 42 seconds remaining. Clock continues to run. They're looking for a spike here. And Battle will spike it. That'll bring up 3rd down with 33.4 seconds remaining in regulation up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So a big 3rd down play here. It's going to be 3rd and a long 5. Mitchell is out. Faulkner, Hartsfield, Hines in the backfield along with quarterback Isaiah Battle. A pitch to Hartsfield. He'll cut it back inside to the right side. He has enough for the 1st down. That'll stop the clock momentarily to reset for the 1st down. The clock will restart, and Battle will spike it. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 with 23.6 seconds remaining up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. Both Rocky Mount and Southern Nash still with 1 timeout apiece. Everything's tied up at 34. And Battle drops back to pass. He's got Whitaker wide open and tipped away. Israel Whitaker wanted the pass interference call. No flags on the play. So going to bring up 3rd down and 10, 18.3 seconds remaining in regulation. Hartsfield with the carry. He's across the 20 down to the 15. A flag is thrown. Looked to be about the area of a hold. I think that was a signal. There is a hold called against Southern Nash, so that'll back the play up. 12.3 seconds remaining. That'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That should take Southern Nash all the way back to about the 35-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 18, a little longer than 18 here. Like I said, 12.3 seconds remaining in regulation. And Coach Batchelor will use his final timeout of the game or of regulation with 9.2 seconds remaining. Be enough to get 1 play, possibly 2 plays, depending on. I'm sure it's going to be, got to be looking for a pass play here. No timeouts remaining for Southern Nash. They cannot stop the clock other than to get a first down or a pass out of bounds. Or to get out of bounds. Don't know that a run play would be helpful here. Battles back to pass. He's got Israel Whitaker wide open, and Whitaker steps out of bounds. He lost his balance. There was some contact between he and the defender, Parker. The catch was made fair. It was in bounds. It will be first down, Southern Nash. From the 7-yard line, 3.2 seconds remaining. And they will send in the field goal team. Braden Wells. And what should turn out to be about a 25-yard field goal. Wells has already hit one from 25 for an extra point following a penalty. It's down. It's up. And it's no good. Wide to the left. 1 second remains on the clock. Rocky Mount will take over there. It's 34 apiece. And they will run the clock out. That'll end regulation. All tied up at 34-34, so we're going into overtime here. I believe for overtime, each team gets an opportunity from the 10-yard line. No game clock. Play clock will be operational. And there will be a coin toss to see which team will get the first possession. Danny Dunston will represent the captains for Southern Nash. And Isaiah Silver will represent for Rocky Mount Senior High. Coach Batchelor alongside Dunston, and Coach Jason Battle alongside Silver. So this is the first overtime game for Southern Nash in quite some time. I don't even recall the last time there was an overtime game for Southern Nash. Officials explaining the overtime rules. So Rocky Mount has won the toss. They will get the ball first. Going north to south, they will be headed to the northern end of the field. It'll be 1st and 10 Gryphons from the 10-yard line. And again, a reminder, Tyleek Mitchell has been taken out for the remainder of the game. And both teams will be given the opportunity to score. This will be handed off to Parker. He'll take it down to the 6-yard line, bring up second down and goal from there. And this will be handed off and hit in the backfield. Initial contact by Zion Odom. And Rocky Mount will be thrown for a loss there. Take it back to the 10-yard line, so it'll be a 3rd and goal from the 10. So 3rd and goal. And the play clock will expire. And Rocky Mount will use their sole timeout here in overtime to save the play clock expiration. So just to catch everybody up, this is overtime. Rocky Mount had first possession. In overtime in high school, you get 1st and goal. Each team will have an opportunity to score. So it's not like professional. If they score a touchdown, it's not over. Southern Nash will be given the opportunity, but obviously they have to score a touchdown in order to keep the game going. I believe that is correct. So a wildcat, and the pass is away, and there is a pass interference penalty. That'll be an automatic 1st down. The ball was thrown. It should have been. You would have thought it would have been non-catchable. It was thrown way out of bounds. But pass interference was called.
Against the Firebirds.
So they are calling defensive holding. So it is we have the distance to the goal and repeat the down. So pass interference was not the call. It was actually a hold. The ball was uncatchable. So it's 3rd down and goal from the 5. And it looks like they will go wildcat again. Silver. A direct snap to him. He'll keep it himself. He'll look to the end zone. He'll turn the corner. Waiting for a signal. I don't see anything signaled. Don't see any flags on the play. No official ever signaled a touchdown on that play. However, it appears there was a touchdown. Extra point to be attempted here by Christian Buck. And the kick is good, and Rocky Mount takes the lead for the first time since the first quarter. It's Rocky Mount 41, Southern Nash 34. So now Southern Nash will have their opportunity. First and goal from the 10. They must score a touchdown and at least convert for the PAT in order for the game to continue. Jaden Hartsfield, Luke Faulkner, Jonathan Hines in the backfield. Faulkner with the handoff. He'll take it down to about the 7. That's going to bring up second down and goal for the Firebirds. And again carried by Faulkner. Looks like no gain on the play. It's going to be third down and goal from the 7. Hartsfield with a handoff. He looks to the left side, and Hartsfield takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Firebirds. They pulled to within 1. So now the big question is, will Southern Nash go for 1 or for 2? There have been some issues in the kicking game tonight for the Firebirds. So a huge decision here to either go for the win or the tie. And it looks like Southern Nash will be going for the 2-point conversion, trailing Rocky Mount by 1 here in overtime in Stanhope. This a battle for the undefeated mark here in the conference. Of course, Southern Nash undefeated on the season at 7-0, that also at risk. Playoff implications could come in. Southern Nash trying to hold on to a home field playoff game. And Southern Nash will go for 2 here and the win, so it's all or nothing for the Firebirds. And it'll be Luke Faulkner on the carry. And he's short. Faulkner's short. Looked like the handoff was mishandled. Looked high.
He's laying in the end zone.
And Rocky Mount has come into Stanhope and upset the Firebirds 41-40 in overtime. So Southern Nash falls to 7-1. Rocky Mount improves to 4-4. They are undefeated in the conference. Rocky Mount and Northern Nash will be tied atop the Big East Conference. Next week, Southern Nash travels to Northern Nash in a huge cross-county rivalry game Southern Nash, of course, Northern Nash, after defeating Franklin's in the night, improved to 8-0 overall, 4-0 in the conference. So be very interesting as things come to a close here in the Big East Conference for the season. So once again, here in overtime, Southern Nash falls to Rocky Mount 41-40, and in a missed 2-point conversion by the Firebirds in overtime. A big takeaway, too, is the absence of Tyleek Mitchell. He's so fast. Tyleek Mitchell late in the game. That, I'm sure, was due to concussion protocols. He was being checked on the sidelines after taking a blow to the helmet. We'll know more later through the weekend and into the first part of the week as far as his availability for next week versus Northern Nash. And with that, we'll bring it to an end. We will be back hopefully for a home game in the playoffs. Those that watch for those announcements live on Facebook. But once again, this is Brent Cohn here, Tar River Sports Network. We'll see you down the road. We're out.